between you and me, right where you are right in this moment, is exactly where you were meant to be.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome to the Joygasmic Life Podcast. I am your hostess, Elena Harder. This is a mini episode designed to give you a taste of what is available in our larger full interviews, as well as what we get into in the deeper version of our membership, where we have full video, bonus courses with our interviewees, and of course our weekly calls where we support each other mom to mom. We'd love to have you as part of the Joygasmic Life membership.
You know, I read the Ringing Cedars books. I don't know if you've heard of these books.
I have, yeah.
They're really what pulled me into alignment with what I think is the path of true love and of a true God path. And I'm not talking about a biblical God. I'm talking about a God of love, okay? That really wants to see the fulfillment of love on our earth. And what those books taught me is that, and people are going to get upset about this because we're very attached to our sexual pleasure, but she says things like, sex for its own sake is bad. Very bad, that it leads people away from God and it breaks down families. Okay? I can tell you that I've been married twice. I loved both of my husbands. And we had a lot of sex, what I would consider good sex, right? But love was not preserved in those marriages. And I've come to think and believe and to see the fact that we are engaging in sex without wanting to create life is causing a breakdown. What the Ringing Cedars book showed, and I think it was in the first book, they had a conscious conception, Anastasia and her beloved Vladimir, the author of the books. And Vladimir's like us, you know, he's had lots of sex and blah, 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 blah. And, but after he conceives this baby consciously with her in a space of love that she had created, the next morning he says, I've never felt anything like that before. And the whole world looks different to him. And he says, Anastasia, why does everything look so beautiful? Like everything looked amazing to him. It was an exquisite experience based on the feelings that came up for me as he is describing what he felt, okay? And she said to him, you've never experienced this before because it can only happen when you want to have a child and the woman that you're with wants to have a child too. And, and that she loves you. And that this conception takes place in a space of love. And the space of love concept is very, very deep in the Ringing Cedars books, which is basically, you know, you have a place on this earth that's for your family. And it's about 2.5 acres. It's your family domain, you know, your family place on the earth. And you create that space in which to conceive and gestate and birth your children, and to have that space in perpetuity for your family line. So that place on the earth gives you a direct link to the divine mind. Okay. Yeah. This is how it was done in Hawaii, for example, before the United States went there with their warships and just, you know, imprisoned the queen and took over the government buildings. Those people passed on the land in perpetuity to their offspring, and they had a connection with the Creator through that place on the earth that we'd lost. So let me, in a nutshell, those books touched me in a profound way because I began to see that what we call sex, sexuality, or sexual energy is life-creating energy. Okay, that's really what it is. Yeah. And when we align with the divine purpose for that energy, that is when we're going to experience the height of what we call sexual pleasure. And it won't happen. We might have, orgasms, but these orgasms, more than not, are often stunted and incomplete. And I've known, myself included, people that cry, women that cry afterward, and they don't even know why they're crying. And men are exhausted and depleted. And there's a reason for this, and it's a spiritual reason that our civilization has lost touch with. And it's because when we take this life-creating potential and put it into this vulgar place where we're just trying to get off, and we call it lovemaking.
Pretty common.
That creates a stunted experience, a fleeting and incomplete experience. And that's why couples break up, because they're not satisfied with what's happening. And they never will be, because they're not trying to create life with that energy. They're just trying to get off.
So beautiful. I love all things vaginas and boobs and babies and birth and women. It's just like so magical, this like creative life force. There's so much more for you over in the Joygasmic Life membership. Become a bulletproof mom with us. Learn the tips and tricks and skills you need to recover from your postpartum mental health journey, and learn the tools of Joygasmic alchemy so you can have the kind of birth you've been dreaming of.